Hello guys, I am Viraj Sharma. So today we are going to talk about something interesting and exciting. Neural networks. You all might have heard about it, but today I'll build and teach you from the scratch how to make your own neural network. So first let me explain you the theory how do neural networks work. So how do you decide something? Like some problem is given to you. You want to send the email or not? You decide by extracting the parameters of it, and then your brains and then your brain thinks it, and then it gives you an output. So neural network is basically a brain simulator which simulates your brain using a collection of neurons and layers which think, decide using a specific equation and activation, and then they give an output. Let me explain you this neural network in simple terms. So for example, neural network gets this parameter. So for example, we are making neural network for, what do you say, predicting that will it rain or not. This is the temperature. This for example, this input is temperature and this input is humidity. So this neuron would have the weightage for temperature. No. This so this neuron would do a follow. So this neuron would do an equation and it will apply a formula. So this neuron will do an equation called weight into data plus bias. Bias is a tweak number in neuron which is inserted when a neural network is trained. It's distributed amongst all of these neurons. So weightage basically means that how important the neuron's thought is. And bias is a tweak number which makes it more important, which makes the neuron more important. So the equation which neuron thinks before applying an activation formula is weight into data plus bias, and then after that it applies an activation. So if we want to make a binary classification algorithm, neural network, then we have to basically set the activation in neural networks as ReLU, and then the last activation will be sigmoid, which will give the final output. So for example, this neuron has weightage. So for example, this neuron has weightage of 2 and the bias is 1. So 2x plus 1 will be the equation. And for example, this neuron has the weightage for, let's say, 3, and then the bias is 4. So 3x plus 4 will be the equation. And then it will apply a activation called ReLU. ReLU activation is basically passing the negative, no, not letting the negative. If the equation gives an output of negative value, then the neuron would not fire, otherwise the neuron would fire. So activation basically brings linearity in equation, otherwise they all are linear regression algorithms, just stacked linear regression algorithms. And these neurons are divided as layers. This is the second layer, this is the first layer. This first layer has two neurons. This neuron will has weightage of 2 and bias is 1. This neuron would have weightage of 3 and bias is 4. And this neuron, let's say, and this neuron would apply ReLU activation. And then for example, this neuron has weightage of, let's say, 8, and then the bias is 9. So this neuron, so after receiving the inputs from these two neurons, it so the so it gets so these inputs get combined and they form a tensor. Tensor is basically collection of data which are represented in different dimensions. You might have heard about it and you might know about it. So the tensor of this neuron and this neuron's output will be multiplied with the weightage of this neuron and will be added with the bias tweak number, and this will give an output. And then its sigmoid activation will be applied. Let me type here what is the sigmoid formula. 1 upon e raised to power minus x. no, sorry, 1 plus. So this is the sigmoid formula which is in the last neuron in binary classification neural networks, which calculates the probability after the last neuron fires. This is then another type of activation which the binary classification algorithm use, but this is always used at the end. So it's preferable that use ReLU in rest of the neurons, but in last layer you can use this kind of activation, last layer on neuron. So it's always advisable to keep the last layer neuron 1, so that it gives 1 probability output. So let's build a neural network here from scratch. Not from scratch, but using a framework called PyTorch. You might have heard about PyTorch, and you might have heard about its tensor manipulation. So this will predict that will it rain or not. Using binary classification, it will give an output of probability between 0 and 1. So here we are defining the model as a class. So here we are defining our layers. So first layer would have 2 neurons and second layer would have third neuron. Then so second layer would have 1 neuron. It's actually neural networks are very complicated. If it gets more parameters, then it can have 4 neurons here and then 8 neurons here. But just for simplicity, I've represented this simplest neural network ever. So here layers are classified into 3 forms. The first starting is input layer, and the rest and the between are hidden layer, and then last layer is output layer, which has 1 neuron. So here I'm teaching you how to build a binary classification neural network. Remember that. So this is not used in all neural networks. So this creates your layer, and this distributes the outputs of the neuron accordingly to the next layer. 2 neuron, 1 output. No, 2 neuron, 2 output. So this will only have output layer. This doesn't have any hidden layer. Remember that. And there are few things to remember while making neural networks. So during training, there's something called epoch which is used. Epoch is basically how many times will you keep telling the how many times will you keep telling the model and it keep giving it the correct and adjusting its weights. The number of times that you will give the model. So here so I'll give you so here we are going to train model using currently sorry so so during training I'll tell you few important points to remember, so just keep watching. Here you don't have to apply your sigmoid formula because PyTorch already gives you some way to do sigmoids. Sorry, you don't have to apply formula here. So here we have to apply ReLU. As I explained you that neural networks, binary classification neural networks use ReLU. Here we have to apply sigmoid after the layers outputs, because this is our last layer which will produce sigmoid output. This last neuron layer which only has one neuron. And here the tensors, here the output tensors of the input layer would be ReLU. So here we have defined our model. Now we'll train our model. Before training, remember few points. Let me first write the training code, then I'll tell you the points, because then after writing the code you'll understand how to train models, neural network ones. So here we are defining our optimizer, which will optimize the neural network. Training is also called optimization because, so this is going to use method SGD optimization method. This is method of training. First let me define our data set. So like the temperature is 1 degree and the humidity is, for example, 90, mm, what do you say, 3%. Let's say the temperature is 5 degree and the humidity is 7%. Let's say the temperature is 6, let's say the temperature is 20 degree and the humidity is 50%. Let's say the temperature is 30 degree and the humidity is 90%. Oh my god, it happens in Delhi, because of that I've written it. Why data set? No, no, 0. Let's make it 0, because it's binary classification, so we'll enter 0 or 1 probability. No, 0 0 1 1. Here we are defining our optimizer. Here we are defining our loss calculator. No, nn dot vc loss. So this is binary classification entropy loss, which basically calculates so basically let me tell you what happens here. So where we are defining how many times we'll feed the model data, how many times we'll adjust the weights of the model by the data set, unless the epoch of 500 ends. Epoch is basically iterations till you train the model. So here we are defining So here we are calculating. So here we are calculating our loss. First we are going to get the y prediction from the model X data set. So this is going to basically calculate the loss, that how much the model was different from the actual prediction of actual data set versus the prediction of the X data set which is inputted. And then after calculating the loss, it will apply something called back propagation. So it will apply the back propagation which finds the weight difference, which find the difference that how much the weight need to be increased or decreased till the to decrease the loss, to basically decrease the loss and feed and make it and make the predictions a little bit more accurate. But remember, here we don't have to make the loss zero, because then the weight will be adjusted till weight will be adjusted that way that the model will the feed data set in itself, mapping it, and then it will only perform better at the it will only perform better at the training data set, but not in the actual, what do you say, yeah, not in the actual not in the actual new test data set. So here we will have to apply loss. So using loss only, we apply the back propagation to basically decrease the loss and change the weights of the model using something called gradients. Gradients are basically difference that how much will increase or decrease the weights till the loss decreases. Optimizer dot step will change the weights. So I show you here that how the model will perform differently when not trained versus trained. But remember, here you don't have to set large epoch but and small data set, because the loss then will become exactly zero and the model will start performing perfectly in the training data set but not in the new data set, because the loss will become zero, so it will memorize all the training data set, which we don't want, which we don't want. So epoch should be small if the data set is small. If the data set is large, then you can set epoch large, but not that too large, more than data set. So for example, we give here 1 degree temperature, 2% humidity. What is the probability of raining? And here we give after training the model. So here we have implemented our neural network from scratch. Now let me show you how will it give the output. Mm, mm, mm. So we have to remove this part. Now it might work. Sorry, so we have to convert it to tensor. before giving the. Mm. Let me check the error. I'm commenting all this. Oh, so we have to set all the data in decimals. I understand. Sorry about the error and delay, guys. Let us print the loss at the end so that we check that the model did not actually do some overfitting. This that problem which I explained you to be careful about is called overfitting. So we have to enter the parameters of the model. This basically tells the trainer the weights, original weights of the model and the neural network. So the model is also working fine, and after training the output is this. So they say that the model is built successfully and trained successfully. So the inputs, were this and the output is this. We can convert it in we can convert it into normal float. This actually converting it to tensor rounds it. And sorry for the delay for the due to the errors. I am unpredictable for the errors. We are putting underscore because input is a key function, and it's always a good practice to keep the input functions and keep the do not name the variables with functions. So the input tensor is this and the output is this probability. Now after training it, this is the probability. If they are not same, that means the model is trained successfully. Yay, we have done it. Bye guys.